Hello dear students, we see the next point in the photosynthesis topic, that's a light reaction and the phosphorylation. So what's that light reaction? Before that we see the phenomena, that is a photosynthesis. It consists of the two successive series of reaction. What's the first one? That is says as a light reaction. It is also says as a photochemical reaction. It is also says as a light dependent reaction, or it says as the Hill's reaction. During this stage, what happened? The energy from the sunlight, it is absorbed and converted it into the chemical energy. That chemical energy, it is in form of the ATP molecule and the NADPH2 molecule. The second phase, the second series of reaction, that is says as the dark reaction. This dark reaction, it is also says as a chemical dark reaction. It is also says as a light independent reaction, or it says as a Blackman reaction, or the biosynthetic phase. What happened in the dark reaction? During this stage, the carbohydrates, that's the glucose is synthesized from the carbon dioxide, but for the synthesis of the carbohydrate there is a requirement of the energy. That energy is in form of the chemical energy, and that chemical energy which is synthesized, which is formed during the light dependent reaction, that is says as a light phase, and this energy, it is in form of the ATP molecule and the NADPH molecule. Afterward, we see this image, that is, this says as a light reaction and this is says as a dark reaction. So during the light reaction, there is a synthesis of the oxygen molecule, but this reaction which is takes place in the presence of the presence of sunlight, that is the energy which is in form of the solar energy, and during this process there is a synthesis of the ATP molecule and there is a synthesis of the NADPH2 molecule. This it is used during the dark reaction, during the dark phase. During this phase, there is a synthesis of the sugar molecule, that is a carbohydrate or the glucose is synthesized, and again there is a regeneration of the NADP and the ADP plus RP, that's the inorganic phosphate. Afterward, we see the next phenomena, that is a first point in the photosynthesis reaction, that is says as a light reaction. So what is a light reaction? The light reaction, it is also called as the photochemical reaction. It is also called as a primary process of the photosynthesis. The light reaction, or it says as the photochemical reaction, it is carried inside the grana. I think so all of you remember the grana, where this grana is present. The individual member, it says as the granum. The granum contains the thylakoids. Thylakoid contains the contosomes, and this contosomes contains the photosynthetic pigment. That is, inside the grana part of the chloroplast, in presence of a sunlight, this light reaction is carried out. During this process, the chlorophyll A, it plays a very important role. That is, the chlorophyll A absorbs the sunlight energy, by which the electron of its chlorophyll A, the chlorophyll A molecule, it is contains the electron, and due to the absorption of the light, the electron which is present in the chlorophyll A molecule, it become excited and or charged. After the charging the electron, it circulated throughout the electron acceptor cytochrome system, during which the electron lost its charging and come at the ground stage. Here, during the circulating of electron through the electron acceptor, that's says as a cytochrome system, ADP, that is adenine diphosphate, adenosine diphosphate, it is converted it into the adenosine triphosphate, and the NADP, it is converted it into the NADPH2. So In case of the light reaction, the solar energy is trapped by the chlorophyll. It's stored in the form of the chemical energy, that is in form of the ATP, and in form of the reducing power, that is says as the NADPH2. During this, the oxygen is evolved. This is a very important phenomena which is occurred in case of the light reaction. And this oxygen, it is evolved in the light reaction by the splitting of the water molecule. Means the water molecule, it is split, and during the splitting of water molecule there is the release of oxygen. When the photon, it is absorbed by the chlorophyll molecule, and electron is boosted to higher energy level. To boost an electron, a photon must have a certain minimum quantity of energy, and that minimum quantity of energy, it is called as the quantum energy. A molecule that has absorbed a photon is in energy rich excited state. When the light source is turned off, what happens? The high energy electron, it is returned rapidly to their normal low energy orbitals. As the excited molecules, it is reverts to its original stable condition, and that original stable condition, it is called as the ground state. So you can see here, that is this chlorophyll A molecule, it's in a ground state, but when it absorbs the light energy in the form of the photon, this become excited. The reaction center, that is the chlorophyll A, it says as a reaction center, and this reaction center, that is a chlorophyll A, it become excited, and due to this it emits the electron towards the outer orbit. But when the light source is turned off, the high energy electron, it is return rapidly to their normal low energy orbitals. As the excited molecule, it is reverts to its original stable condition, that is called as the ground state. Afterward, we see this in the light dependent reaction, there is involves the two photosystem, that is a photosystem first and the photosystem second. That's so this photosystem first and the photosystem second, it is involved in the cyclic and the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. In addition to this, the chemoosmosis, it is also occurred. How it takes place, we see the next part. Afterward, we see the next phenomena, that is a phosphorylation. So what's that phosphorylation? Means the formation of the ATP by the addition of one inorganic phosphate in the ADP is known as the phosphorylation. This phosphorylation, it is of the two type. First one, it's a photophosphorylation, and the second one is a oxidative phosphorylation. So what is the photophosphorylation? Means the formation of the ATP molecule from the ADP and the inorganic phosphate. So this one is a inorganic phosphate, this is as a ATP, but this process, it is occurred, it takes place in presence of the light. This known as the photophosphorylation, that is a photo, it says as the light. Synthesis of the ATP molecule in presence of light, that's a synthesis of the adenosine adenosine triphosphate, it is synthesized in presence of the light, that is known as the photophosphorylation. The second type, it says as the oxidative phosphorylation, that's a formation of the ATP from the ADP and the inorganic phosphate in the presence of oxidation of food or the chemicals, is called as the oxidative phosphorylation. Hope so you understood it. Thanks for watching my video. Stay tuned to my channel. Thank you.